Sa'yo.
Buka, diba?
And looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out rebounded.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Right block shot.
Yeah. What? Huwag kayo magpahal para hindi pasok si Bulbol. Chew.
And that's where it all starts. When you have
Oh, binigso.
confident backcourt, just open.
Fine. Suck.
This is where you want AD to get his shots. That's all it's got to matter.
Booker against Irving. Durant wide open. Fires. Sinks the triple. KD's got 5 points so far.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged in this early game, it's bad news for the defense. He could be this threat throughout the rest of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that, just like, yeah, you just drain them down.
Stolen by Durant. Richards passes to Booker.
Now, we know that Booker can score some faster than him, and he's also very skilled.
And the All-Star, Devin Booker, an incredible scoring guard.
Suns, he has been a beacon of consistency. Every single year he gets better. Every single year he adds something to his game. That's why Devin Booker is one of the best guards in this league.
6 to shoot. Beal against Irving. And there's a shot clock violation. Shot off in time. Ball is jammed from Nick Richards. Shots to go in for him to start off this game. And stolen by Dunn. Here's Booker. And done by Booker.
Nice finish in the open floor. Booker loves leaking out and attacking.
Here's Irving. He's a guy who we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Thompson from long range. Rebound by the Suns. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively, and that gave up way too many easy shots.
Well, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Naka-16 yung record nyo. Di-20 mo tapos strong pa. 20 plus open pa.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Lively's checked in. Now, traditionally, many of the great free throw shooters have come from the point guard ranks. Here are the ones leading the league this year. Kyrie Irving, third.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the D from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
Yeah, as a defender, you gotta avoid being too active with your hands around these guys. Don't commit any cheap fouls.
Outside for Beal. Done outside. Shot clock at 6. Pickford against Booker. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game. And so here is Dallas. They steal by 3. It's from long range.
When you play with stars like LeBron, Harden, KD, Kyrie has learned how to operate off the ball.
Durant, no good.
Outstanding defense on the way. They slowed that one out.
Thompson in the corner. There's the triple. Another 3 for Dallas.
Anywhere Thompson is a threat, you have to do all you can to run him off that line.
And Durant gets it to go.
His accuracy is at another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a three-letter short.
Ay,
He
sa
says
Super Bowl.
just reading coverages
Ang
and
tayo ko rin Super Bowl. Ay, it's the Super Bowl. Ay, it's the Super Bowl.
shot. For myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much 5
Relax. Ay,
Hey, thank you. Something you never like to see.
ano na to?
As he definitely looks hurt.
I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
Yeah, you just hope it's nothing serious and that he's able to get back on the court as soon as possible.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Bol Bol. O'Neal comes in for Kevin Durant. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Neal. And stolen by Thompson. Now the Mavericks picking it up. Lively, that's good.
And that's up-tempo basketball. And it's been so much easier to operate the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And so is Jones. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Inside, Book. Davis sends it back.
Too much snap, too much length from AD. Hit that.
And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Marshall, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Christie comes in for Thompson. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And for the Suns, Dunn comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Jones. Let's see the stat sheet here for Devin Booker.
Scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he had lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Arguably one of the best bigs of his generation, Anthony Davis. I know you admire his game.
Well, he takes over the game on both ends of the floor. You look at a Tim Duncan, a Kevin Garnett, a guy that can beat you with 5 blocks, or a guy that can dominate the post and score 25 a night.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jared Lively. Washington comes in for Najee Marshall. Thompson, he's checked in for Christie. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And he makes that one. Washington's got his second basket of the night.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Here's KD. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Irving. A three-pointer off the mark.
They've been beating him to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Durant. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Washington. That's it. The assist from Johnson. Washington's got 7 points in the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Durant in the corner. Count that one. He's got 14.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established
Step back ba?
inside position.
Naghanap pa oh.
Great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense.
Sorry, good.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one.
Wawa man, baby na.
Here on the Hustle Game.
Uy, makabalik mo ba na si Bulbul?
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
And they've also done a great job turning the defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. The wing pair we'll be seeing is Beal and Allen. One way out there with O'Neal. And it's Jones in at the point. 6 on the shot clock. O'Neal kicks to Beal. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Mavericks leading by 4. To the middle. Throws it down.
Yeah, such a creative playmaker. You love seeing Irving find the open teammate and make the right pass.
O'Neal is firing on Irving. Jones, the pass to O'Neal. And finished off by O'Neal.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. It's a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific.
Well, there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Booker dishes to KD. Over Irving. And the reach. McCaffrey. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Thompson for the dribble. Irving kicks to Washington. That's the 3-5. Iguodala grabs the rebound. Suns trail by 3. And Durant gets double teamed. Beal from long range. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. And stolen by Booker. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. Booker soaring in.
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease.
Now an update on Bol Bol from David Aldridge. D.A., where'd you find out?
Hey guys, Phoenix's head athletic trainer gave me an update. Now he told me that it's a knee sprain and it's definitely painful, but fortunately the next few games will be without him on the court. And of course, other players are going to have to step up. That's all we've got, Kevin.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
Timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Davis is checked in for Najee Marshall. And it's Derek Lively in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Mijic is checked in for Phoenix. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Mavs. Coming to this one following the
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, I just didn't see any fire from them to want to get it back. That's just one of those games you throw away in the trash and try and forget about it.
And the three ball is good.
It's the confidence deal. He lets it fly from range, but he really likes the look.
And coming in, there's a floor spacing shooter. How impressive is it, Jay, that Devin Booker is holding down the point?
And it's not just the great emphasis. He's limiting his turnovers in great fashion, too, despite his high usage.
Pass to Durant. Durant in the lane.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something that everyone knows or should know. When Durant turns it on, there is no slowing him down. That's how lethal of a scorer he is in NBA history.
Irving for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got 6. 6 changes of the lead here.
And both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
KD passes the book. Back to KD. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but the rebounding bench is starting to add up.
Look, you always want to see your big man run the floor. There is no questioning Davis's effort on these plays.
Durant with a screen on Irving. Booker the pass to KD. Kicks it out to Booker. Outside Beal. From downtown. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got the and there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's going to have to be careful for the rest of this half.
P.J. Washington, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Irving. And a change for the Suns. O'Neal's checked in for Michich.
This is the defensive intensity you have to have against Davis inside, but he still powers through it.
The basket. And that's 18 points for KD.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Thompson gets to Dinwiddie. Back to Thompson. Lets it go with the three. Passes to Thompson. A shot by Washington. He's wide open. Gets it from downtown. Washington's got the lead up to 6 now for Dallas. Here's Booker. Davis sends it.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
Kyrie Irving is checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. On defense, Dallas. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to find them here in the second.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Here's Durant. The power flush by Durant.
Capable of scoring from any area. Love when Durant takes charge and dominates like this.
Thompson outside. Back to Irving. From outside the arc. Johnson coming off the assist from Thompson. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
They get it again.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backcourt.
And Gafford throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach Snyder on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever
So it's Dallas holding on to an 8. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
This will look like it could come right down to the wire, which I believe is a horse racing term. And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a tough start for the Phoenix Suns. And that is it for halftime, folks.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steal.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Thompson. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Washington into the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
And what you're talking about Anthony Davis for a second. When healthy, he's still one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, his health has always been a question mark for quite a while, Kevin. But make no mistakes, when AD's good to go, he's one of the best players in the world.
Fires from deep. The shot by KD. No good.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Shoots over Beal. The rebound by Richard.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
KD against Davis. And stolen by Thompson. Here's Gafford. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
All the officials all over that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the second free throw, good. Here's Booker. 8 points for him. Kevin Durant, one of the top 10 scorers in league history. And RJ still going strong.
And he does it with efficiency. Kevin takes great shots and he's incredibly accurate. And if he doesn't have a look, he's a willing passer. Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's putting the work to defy that assumption.
Here's Davis. And by Davis.
High intensity play from Davis, getting it to go through the field. Nice man run.
The Mavericks have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
When you've made your first 3 shots in the half, I think it's okay for you.
And finished by KD.
His team is lagging behind. He's playing like a winner. Too bad his attitude isn't spreading to the other guys.
Thompson passes to Urban. Launches a 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Richards got 4 rebounds in this game.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost. A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Outside Irving. Over in the corner, Washington. Dallas again missing. Suns trail by 9. And Beal kicks to KD. And contact down the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
One of the most focused players in the game. Durant's sole focus is to continue contending for titles.
Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. And Phoenix also making a switch. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Nick Richards.
Wow, they made every free throw here in the second half.
KD drives in. Outside for Beal. Pass to Durant. Booker in the corner. Dunn passes to KD. KD draws the double. 5 on the clock. Booker no good. Mavericks leading by 7. And here is Washington to the paint and stolen by Booker. Here we go, 1-on-1. Durant dishes to O'Neal. And Beal kicks to O'Neal. Outside for Beal. For 3, Booker. That's good. And so Beal with the assist. Beal's got his 4th assist in this one. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Checked in. And the Suns also making a change. Plumlee's checked in. Thompson's around the floor. Thompson with the 3.
And this is Thompson's shot, one of the most gifted outside shooters the NBA, the world has ever seen.
Booker the pass to Durant. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. 30 points for KD.
And really the scoring this quarter. Back to Willis. Sharks doing all he can to bring him back.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the 3rd now. Here's Booker. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound already in the game. Pass to Irving. Fires the 3. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
It's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs clearly have their eyes on him, and that's number 5.
And it's the Suns' ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. KD is free on Irving. Booker the pass to Durant. And Davis sends it back.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
Offensive rebound. Out to Thompson. Out to the wing. Now Irving. 8 points in the game so far. Pass to Gefford. Shot clock at 3. Thompson inside the line. Shooting foul. Whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kevin Durant.
It's so hard trying to stay down that low rate from Clay. He's just so tricky and crafty with it.
And for Klay Thompson, Richard, he's entering a different part now of his career.
And it happens to all of us. Father Time is undefeated. But Clay's game, his ability to hit threes at the elite level, that is not going anywhere, Kevin.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Davis kicks to Thompson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Durant dishes the Plumlee. And Davis sends it back. And stolen by Dunn. Plumlee, the pass to Durant. Drives to the hoop. He's off on that one. Davis with some nice deep. Dallas leading by 5. Over in the corner, Washington. Thompson outside. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Booker. And here we go. Booker heading to the hoop. Oh, Durant imposing his will.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game 3. Here's the Suns with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. The teardrop rolls in. That's 36 points for KD.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Defense makes a good effort, but Davis is so powerful. It's hard not to make contact.
And he sinks the second. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. And now they're trying to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing. When to rise up and swat that one away.
There's Beal with the 3. And the last second attempt is not going for it. And as we continue, team giving it's
Hoy! Tulog ko! Mana? Sorry, happy. Bigay sa ako controller. Dili, nag-anak ko ba? Oh, thanks. Naritirod.
Booker and Jones. Then it's Plumlee. And it's in at the 4 spot. Back to Davis. Outside Irving. And stolen by Dunn. Jones in the post. It's up against Thompson. Back to Jones. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And Booker kicks to Plumlee. Trying to find Washington. Gets it to him. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Gefford. Gets in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists in the game. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Dallas.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by
Ay, kamay.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. And from undrafted to journeyman to starter. Richard, you got to admire stories like Royce O'Neal.
It's motivational, Kevin. Just because you don't get drafted doesn't mean you can't make it to the NBA, which is exactly what O'Neal has done.
Jerry White, he's checked in for P.J. Washington. Phoenix also making some changes. Durant comes in for Plumlee, and Beal subbed in for Jones. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. With the game in the balance, coach was calm in the huddle. His main message, execution. Told his team to make sure to remember what they talked about during shoot-around. We've got a great ending in store.
Thanks so much, David.
Haven't taken care of the basketball. More turnovers now than can hurt them later.
Big Richard. He's checked in for Phoenix. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Bernard. Drilled for three-pointer. And the Mavericks rebound.
Then watching Robin.
This is Irving's mentality. He understands that he is out there to shoot and shoot often, especially off the catch.
Booker the pass to Richards.
You told me.
Richards got his first basket.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Irving kicks to Thompson. Number 3 for Dallas.
That gives him his second three of the half, the three total for the game.
Here's Durant. Good! Kevin Durant is too much!
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Thompson outside. Here's Davis. Good. Off the glass.
Premier player in this league, Davis, with another huge night, showing why he is an NBA champion.
For three, Durant. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And that's a foul. Call on Bradley Beal. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
Now at 4 fouls in the game, he'll start to have to be a little bit more careful with his defense the rest of the way.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for Dunn. Lively the pass to Gaffney. Now here is Irving. Guarded by KD. Pocket 6. And Thompson puts up a deep three. Can't connect from long distance.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Back to Irving. For the screen on Booker. Thompson for the triple. Dallas again missing. Suns trail by 3. Booker finds KD. It's Beal on the way. Outside O'Neal. Long in the paint. He's hit for the 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good.
Tremendous job at the line, as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
P.J. Washington, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Booker the pass to Richards. And another assist for him.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Pass to Gafford. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul. Outside Irving. This one for 3. That's it. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 7th assist here tonight.
That is a huge shot from Kyrie Irving. That is a huge shot from Kyrie Irving. This is why his team turns to him. And these guys, trust me, I know. They needed points, and KD comes through.
Davis pushes to Thompson. Beal with the
Hey, Bobo.
And Booker hits for KD. The Suns making the switch here. Dunn's checked in. A minute 42 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Thompson.
Bobo na po ka.
Dunn. One-on-one here
No.
to take the lead.
La.
And to the line by Davis. Here's Irving. To the left side lane. Washington finds Irving. Dallas moving the ball. Down to 5 on the shot.
Nice.
Here's KD. Uses the glass to finish the line.
Perfect. Go.
KD's got 44.
And we've been seeing these with Durant before. When the game's on the line, he comes alive.
And there's Clay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
And really a defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Royce O'Neal is checked in for Phoenix. Booker. Durant with a screen on Irving. And Richards has it in the corner. Outside Durant. It's Beal on the wing. And the top of the key, Durant. The Suns need to get a shot off. Shoots over Washington. Off the left rim and out. This is a huge
No!
possession.
3 turnovers na to. All-Star James. Ay!
Sinks the clutch free throw.
Daddy, chance.
And so making both free throws. That gave them the lead.
This is how you execute, creating any type of separation.
And Jason Kidd is calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. But given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Always tricky to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
If they've got a shooter that's got a good bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Irving finds Booker. Missed. Second one is good. And both at the line. It's a 3-point game.
Realistically, the worst case scenario for them is
Here is Durant. Over Davis. And the Suns miss again. Connect. So they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are games that feel
Great start. Sabi ko rin mo ito